welcome to the Los Alamos National Laboratory Math and Science Academy, that's MSA, Classroom Teacher Videotaping Protocol. MSA is dedicated to training and supporting teachers through a multi-component professional development program. As part of the MSA experience, teachers must complete 2 videotape sessions where they record, view, analyze, and present to peers and colleagues their own teaching practice according to criteria set by MSA.
So today we're going to work on dividing fractions by whole numbers.
So through the production and analysis of your own videos, you can reflect on your practice and then, in a safe environment, ask for and receive feedback from your peers. Your video will help you see exactly what your teaching looks like and what it looks like when your students learn. No, wait, hold it. We don't expect a Hollywood production. What we do expect is that the quality of your videotaped activities be sufficient for you and others to understand what happened in your classroom.
Does this mean this?
No.
It doesn't?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Are we sure?
As a general rule of thumb, sound quality is more important than video quality to understand the teaching and learning being captured. However, really bad video will be a disqualifier. You will have mistakes and flaws, but as long as they're not overwhelming or repetitive, that's okay. MSA is not looking for an edited teacher practice video. Raw, unedited video is what is required for critical analysis of your practice. Know your equipment. Know what all the buttons do and how to change various functions. Nothing slows down or stops a videotaping session faster than standing there scratching your head not knowing where the button is to switch on the camera. Make sure all your equipment is functioning properly. Make sure you have gathered all the equipment in one place, ready to go. If at all possible, partner with another teacher who will do the videotaping for you. Sit down with your partner and pre-plan what you want your partner/photographer to do, and make sure your partner knows what to expect as your teaching hour progresses. Together, work out signals that tell your partner where you're going next and what the subject will be. Find a way to give the photographer time to reposition and get focused in on the new subject. Now, if hand signals, nods, or gestures don't work for a particular situation, just communicate your plans openly and plainly with the photographer. Practice the videotaping process. This will provide a chance to test the equipment and see how the camera reacts in different situations. You can easily delete the practice video in the camera. Your school, through your principal, will receive a video camera, a remote, wireless microphone, and a tripod from MSA to ensure that all equipment is compatible and will produce the quality video and audio necessary for a professional analysis of your teaching practice. This knob on the side of the pan and tilt head of the tripod loosens and tightens the movement of the tripod head. To place the camera on the tripod, you'll see there is a recessed channel here and a lever that swings out and locks open. On the bottom of the camera is an attachment that fits into the recessed channel. Place the camera in the recessed area, and by pushing the camera down firmly, will snap the lever into a locked position. There are 2 components to the wireless microphone system. One is the microphone you clip to your shirt or blouse. It is labeled microphone. And the other is the receiver, and it is labeled receiver. Please don't get these mixed up. In order to attach the receiver to the camera, at the top of the receiver there is a plug. Take this cord and plug it in. Open the flip-out LCD screen, and at the base of the camera, toward the front, is a plug labeled MIC for microphone. Plug this cord from the wireless mic receiver into that plug and you're ready to go. In order to operate on AC and not use up your battery, take this AC power adapter from the camera bag, and at the end of the cord on the adapter is this plug. On the right side and toward the back of the camera is the plug this cord goes into. Plug it in. Take the adapter, pull out the recessed plug, and connect it to an AC wall plug. Ideally, when the camera is on the tripod, it should have power supplied by AC to prevent batteries from depleting in the middle of the most important thing the teacher does during the whole class. Batteries die frequently, are unreliable, and always die when you need them the most. Anticipating this, charge all batteries the day before you shoot and get fresh batteries for the wireless microphone. Change batteries when the battery indicator gets low and pick a moment when nothing important is being done in the classroom. Push the record button and check for an indication the camera is recording, almost always a red or blinking red light. Make sure you are getting audio, too. Know where the audio indicator is on the camera and check it frequently. The camera must be left running at all times during the class, even when transitioning from one subject to another. Shoot on a tripod as much as possible. Now, when shooting pans, that's horizontal movement of the camera, do so slowly and evenly. Don't jerk back and forth. Same for tilts. That's the vertical up and down movement of the camera. Don't zoom in and out rapidly or randomly. Have a good reason to zoom. That's to see an object more clearly, for instance. Now, the video you are watching here is the best example of the worst things you can do. It's aggravating to the viewer and draws his or her attention away from what is being said on the video. Monitor the audio. Not too high, not too low. Leave it on automatic if you can. If your audio is distorted like this, unintelligible like this, or muddy like this, your presentation is lost. The wireless microphone should be clipped to the teacher's shirt or blouse no more than 6 inches below the chin. Although the camera you use may have a menu that allows for recording in incandescent, fluorescent, daylight, or automatic modes, please use the automatic settings, because if the view in your LCD monitor is this color, or fuzzy, or just weird, your presentation is lost. Do not place the camera facing a window or other bright sources of light. That is, the window is behind the subject you're shooting. Everything in front of the window will go dark like this.
So today we're going to compare two fractions with different numerators and denominators.
Show teaching and learning.
Okay, so then how much does each person get?
One.
One what?
112.
So we have
Capture complete conversations between teachers and students and between and among students. Provide a sense of your learning environment.
Yeah.
Show learning events and discussions and what the students are working on. Show the learning goals if they are posted. After you turn on the video and check to make sure audio is being recorded, we would like your video to begin with a slow pan of the entire classroom. This helps set context for outside viewers. Relax and ignore the camera.
So ignore the cameras, keep doing your work, do as I tell you, don't worry about the cameras, okay?
The teacher should tell the class ahead of time about the shoot and how to act. You'll be surprised. Kids watch a lot of reality shows and are pretty good at ignoring the camera. The videographer should, if at all possible, position the camera to see student faces. The videographer will have to take the camera off the tripod and hand-hold it to see individual student work. Do not turn off the camera while you're doing this. Get the subject plainly in view. We must clearly see student work.
How did you do number 1 or A1?
Have them. We shaded this half of the part in. We split it into 4. Then we just split this part in 4.
Work hard to get the students talking about the project, the lesson, or problems they're working on. Place the wireless mic at the center of the table of students, facing up. If necessary, ask the students to repeat something you don't think you got on camera. Again, and I keep repeating this, make sure you have pushed the record button on the camera and visually check you are recording.
So the way you guys will go is you two will go first.
And the teacher needs to control student conversation.
I know that 8/6 is greater than 7/8 because they're
Students will be carrying on conversations at all their tables, but need to maintain a lower volume than usual while you are videotaping. When recording, it is practically impossible to hear one person distinctly if there is a whole babble of loud conversation in the room. Urge students to lower their voices when in group projects, but do have them speak clearly and audibly. Do not depend on the microphone on the camera to record good audio in any circumstance. Use the remote microphone that comes with the camera. Finally, as you walk around assessing students' work and monitoring their conversations, attempt to record entire conversations between you and the students or between and among students. Pan slowly between subjects or get all the students in a wide shot. This is going to be the stuff good teaching is made of.
You start with a half bound, and then you're divided into four groups, right?
After the shoot, transfer the video to your computer as soon as you can. Open the flip-out LCD screen. Right here is where the SD flash card is located. Kind of hard to see here, but there is a small flap that flips up. Open up that flap to reveal the SD card. Push in on the top of the card to release it from the camera. This is the card where all the video you've shot is stored. Take the flash card and insert it into the flash card port on your computer. On some computers, the card will just seat snugly when you slide it in. On others, you'll have to press in against a spring and it will lock into place when fully depressed. If you are using a desktop computer, your flash card readers will probably look something like this. Once your card is seated and connected, a window will pop up on your screen similar to this one. The choice you want here is Open Window to view files. Double-click on that option, and there are your video files. Most often they are labeled DCIM. Double-click this file, and there are your video folders. The file with the most recent date is what you'll be looking for. Transfer these files to your computer. Once you're finished transferring files to your computer, in this case, push in against the spring and the card will unlock and pop out. You're now ready to start looking at your videos. There are 3 things you must constantly and consistently do. Number 1, back up your video. Number 2, back up your video. Number 3, back up your video. View the complete video as soon after it is shot as possible. Here you decide if you have captured the essence of your class and what you want others to see. If you haven't, do it again. Finally, if something about the camera or equipment you are using stumps you, seek help from the camera manual, from your colleagues, and even from students. Now, go to the MSA Teacher Classroom Video Analysis Protocol and start preparing to present your analysis of your teaching to your peers and colleagues. Good shooting, and don't look at the camera.